Chat room. Chat room. I can't believe we're back. I truly can't. Oh my goodness. Your boy was gone for way too long. Your boy is gone for way too long. Holy. Holy. 1 whole week, chat, that I was gone. It felt like ages. It truly did. I hated it. I did. I couldn't stand it. But hey, the unemployed is back. The unemployed is back. We love it. We truly do. But chat room, real quick. Let me get out of this. Let me turn up this real quick. Actually, no, this is turned up. Hold on. I need to turn it up in my actual system. There we go. But yes, chat. Your boy was struggling. So let's turn off the music for a second. Let me tell you exactly what happened, what transpired over the last few days, because you guys would not have guessed at all what happened after we made this video. So we made this video and it went crazy. It did really well. It's my best performing video out of, as you see, like the last 10, 15 or so videos I've made. I think the last time I hit numbers like that was for an announcement. Yeah, it was like the Farron information video. But for the most part, this video took a very long time to make. It was like a day of scripting. It was the first time I ever wrote a script for a video. A day of scripting, a day of getting like all the different footage for the game and everything, or all the different games that I showed off. And then it took like a day to 2 days to actually fully edit it, because I couldn't just sit down and edit 24/7 since I was also working at my other job. But it came out really well. A lot of people loved it. I think we're at like 1,000 likes on it right now. Let me actually check. Let me see. Yeah, 1.1. A lot of good stuff about it. Tons of comments, tons of memories, and everything else that was shared. It was great. I loved it. I loved making it. Every single second of it. It was dope. However, your boy had a really, really stupid idea. After making this video, I had a lot of different requests from a bunch of different people. And I also had just like some personal things that I want to do, some personal ideas that I had an idea for when it came to a video in the future. And one of those videos was making a video on a little game called Love and Deep Space. And I'm still going to do this, but this is going to be streamed, by the way, eventually, once I actually get all the equipment for it. But I can't play this on PC. I tried to play it on BlueStacks. It didn't work. So the next best thing that I had to do was find a capture card to be able to record it from my phone. And to say the least, your boy bought an internal capture card, an Elgato Mark II. If you guys don't know what an Elgato Mark II is, let me show you real quick. Hold on. Let me bring it up. I wanted the Mark II specifically because I've heard great things about it. I wasn't getting a brand new one because I didn't want that one. I wanted a Mark II. So here is the Mark II. Okay. And I got this. I bought it. It came in the day the video went live. This came in. So I was like, fuck yes. I'm going to get this. Here was the plan. Monday, I was going to upload the video, which I did. And then this came in Monday as well. I installed this on Monday, and I was like, okay, Wednesday, we're going to stream the first part of Love and Deep Space. I'm just going to stream it for like 4, 5, maybe 6 hours of just playing the game. And the stream was going to be titled A Straight Man Tries Love and Deep Space. That's what it was going to be called. Well, your boy did all this, right? And chat, chat. I installed it, turned on my PC, and tell me why my PC just turned off. As soon as I turned it on, it turned off. And I was like, what's going on here? So I tried it a few more times. I called Sleepy Snake and asked him if he knew what the hell was going on, because he has one of these. And he was like, no, I don't know what's going on. He's like, let me see how it's installed. He saw it was installed. He's like, yeah, that's right. He was like, well, is it your PCIe slot? I was like, I don't think so. But I couldn't even check the BIOS or anything else because my PC would literally turn off after 5 seconds of it booting up. So after we troubleshooted it for about an hour and a half, we couldn't figure out what was wrong with the PC. I called our repair shop that's like in our town that works on computers, builds computers, all that type of stuff. I told them what was going on. They said to bring the PC in, they'll check it out. Tell me why, when I went to install this, I laid the PC on its side, okay? On its back panel, all right? I laid it on its side. Not the one with the glass, but the other side. And they're going to tell me, oh, the wire in your fan died when you laid it on its side. It fucking snapped. I said, you're kidding me. They said, no, we're being serious. It snapped. How in the world does that happen, chat room? If you are a PC guy, you know, and if you've built PCs, you know that shouldn't be a possibility, but it fucking was. It was crazy. I literally set the PC on its side. Wire snapped. I didn't even hear the wire snap, didn't even notice it or anything. Turned on the PC and I noticed the fan was making a weird sound, but I wasn't for sure what was going on. So I was like, okay, maybe like the fan is a little old, it's getting kind of loose or whatever. Whatever, right? No. The reason why the PC was turning off was because it was hitting 107 degrees Fahrenheit before it even booted up. It was overheating. So the reason why the reason why it took forever for me to get a new fan. He installed an AIO in it, which is an all-in-one. I didn't have this before. I had just a regular air cooling on everything, bro. I didn't have an AIO at all. So he installed an AIO on it, and it works perfectly fine. My computer is now an AC unit. It is no longer a heater. It is an actual AC unit. It's crazy. But it's very loud. I will say that. But not like insanely loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it the entire time. It's just on the bottom and of my desk, and it is just constantly, I hear the fans going like wild. But either way, the reason why it took me a whole week before we came back to making videos or streaming or anything was because of that. I had to wait a whole week to get an AIO in because I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere outside of Memphis, and literally there was no tech store. Like their supplier is, I think, like all the way in like Nashville. So because of that, I had to wait an entire week to get this replaced. And then here's the craziest part. These motherfuckers taxed me. They taxed me like a motherfucker. The AIO I got was a Corsair ARGB. I forgot the rest of it, but it's $100 AIO, chat. $100. These guys charged me. Can you guess? Can you guess how much they charged me to repair my computer, to fix this? I could have installed this if they would have just told me. Well, they told me what happened. They were just like, we'll install it for you. And I was like, well, I guess, sure. Because I was thinking, oh, they have the part there. Sure, save me the trouble of having to go to Best Buy or something or a tech store to buy it. He was like, yeah, but I got to order it. So I'm going to go ahead and order it. And I was like, oh, well, fuck it. Okay, whatever. So these guys charged me a crisp $238. $238, chat room. So you finna get freaky now? Hey, yo. But yeah. $238. $138 extra for my replacement. Um, $100 part. I was thinking maybe $50, $60 for or for labor, because even that would have been crazy. But the thing was that it would be understandable because like labor costs and all that type of stuff. I was expecting to pay like 160, maybe 200, but almost $250. He charged me like $138 for labor. Are you, dude? And he told me, he was like, yeah, dude, it's a simple upgrade. I just did, it took me like 30 seconds. That's a 30 seconds. It took me like 30 minutes to install it. I was like, oh, so you're charging me $238 though. You know, like it's tough. And the thing is that sucks as well, chat, is that I was promised my PC would be back to me Monday. I didn't get my PC back to me till yesterday at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Tuesday evening. That's when I got it back. So that's another thing that they didn't even like, you know, account for in the pricing. So yeah, I was like, fuck it, sure, whatever, I guess. And I didn't even tell him to get an AIO either. Whenever he said like my fans was out, I was like, oh, okay, just replace the fans if you know, because we were talking about it and everything. And then he was like, yeah, I ordered a new fan. He didn't tell me it was an AIO because I did not have water cooling in this computer. I now have water cooling in this computer. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Either way, it was wild. Because it got in so many gyms. Like a car shop with those hidden fees and stupid labor. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's a fucking scam. It's crazy because I was like, there's no way you're charging me that much. And the thing that was wild, chat, was that at the same time I'm paying for this order for my computer, there's a girl and her dad in the store, all right? And she's talking about how her phone is completely destroyed. Screen destroyed. Battery cooked. She's like, the battery dies at 60%. As soon as it hits 60%, the phone dies. She's talking about how the charging port is messed up, all this type of stuff. And they're like, oh, okay, they're going to have to perform a entire surgery on this phone, man. I'm talking about breaking every single piece open and fixing this bitch. And you know how much they told her? And I said, wait, what? They told her $150 to fix her phone. And I said, there's no fucking way. Y'all are charging $150 to perform a heart surgery on a goddamn iPhone, and you're charging me $200 to replace a fan? I was like, dude, what? There's no way. And the only reason why I went there was because Collins or Sleepy Snake told me they're very good. They're very reliable. They're very solid because they built his computer and they helped him anytime there's like any type of issues or anything. They, you know, work with them and do really well. But dude, that is insane for them to charge that much to replace a fucking fan. They only replaced one set of fans. It's my front fan on my computer. And the fan that's on my CPU, of course. But that was it. Like, bro, I couldn't, man. I couldn't. I was so upset, chat, to say the least. I was completely heartbroken and just completely stressed out. Because to say, like, I called them Monday, and, you know, not to get into, like, the revenue or, like, the nitty-gritty of everything, but I was like, you know, being reasonable with them. And I was like, you know, I know it's not y'all's fault for not being able to have this part in yet because you guys ordered it and you said it was supposed to be in today, but I've lost like $300-400 in profits because I haven't been able to make anything. I mean, granted, you know, that kind of falls on me. Maybe I should have had a backup PC or something, but who would have thought installing an internal capture card would have killed a fan? Who would have thought that? Either way. And they were like, yes, sir, we understand that. And this is how he talked, by the way. I'm not like making this shit up. Yes, sir, we understand that. We'll call you whenever it comes in. Whenever it comes in, we'll call you so you know that we have it, and then the PC will be ready. They didn't call me when it came in. I had to call them the next day on Tuesday, literally yesterday, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and asked them if the part came in. And they said, oh, yeah, it came in at 2 o'clock. And I said, y'all told me y'all were going to call me whenever it came in, so I knew that it was at the store. It was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Just no one did it. What? Okay. All right. Well, either way, though, it's all fixed now. Water under the bridge, you know. And we are still getting a capture card. We are not getting an internal one. I just bit the bullet and I said, screw it. We're just going to get a regular Elgato. We're getting this one, I think. I don't know if I'm going to get the HD60X or I think they have a 4K 60X or something like that. I'm just going to get an external one. It's not going to be the same kind of quality, unfortunately, or more so the response time. I think I will have to add a bit of a delay to like the stream or something, because I'll be reacting to it a bit earlier than like what you guys will see. So I'll have to like try to, tweak what I can with that. But we're gonna get an external capture card, and I'm getting this today. Hopefully everything will be okay after I get that, so I can actually stream this stupid Love and Deep Space video that I literally do not. It's gonna be so stupid. It's literally dumb. It's not even like a review. It's gonna be like an 8-minute, 10-minute long video of me playing Love and Deep Space for like 10 hours, maybe a few days, and then just add some of my craziest moments, maybe a mini review there in the video, but for the most part, that'll be it. It's just gonna be a stupid little video. And it fucking costed me already like $400 on top of like $600 of revenue. Oh my God. Rio, you can rewind the stream if you want to see it all. It's crazy, man. Yeah, exactly, Plump. I should have. I would install it myself. But it's ridiculous. It's actually insane how much they charged. But yep, your boy's back now, and we are on the train to get some more content done. I just recorded tomorrow's video. I'm hoping it'll be out tomorrow. It should be. And that video is going to be called, what's the title of that? The Tier List Problem in Gachas, which starts out as me reviewing and like kind of like going over tier list in like GS, because if you guys don't know, GS has a brand new tier list. And I'll show you guys this real quick. Grand Summoners Database. So on the database here, they have a brand new tier list, and you see here it's reorganization. I don't think they're done yet. There's a lot more to do with it, but they changed the entire tier list structure and everything else. You can see we have like the Apex tier, strong, all this type of stuff. I'll talk about this and go over it in just a second myself. But that's the video for tomorrow, talking about tier lists in general and gachas and GS and just a bunch of stuff. It's a cool little video that I made. The next few videos though are going to be definitely a bit different than what we've been used to on the channel. I'm trying to incorporate a lot more of the gacha scene and not just Grand Summoner specifically, because I kind of want to be more of a gacha tuber than just a GS tuber. Because I feel like I've kind of always been more of a gacha tuber for the most part. It's just GS is the only game that kind of interests me, but I am trying to branch out more and try other games. So one of the games right now that I've been playing in my free time whenever I can is Reverse 1999, because of the Assassin's Creed collab. That's been a lot of fun. Also, let me get some music playing while I talk about this. And we'll do this one. But yeah, Reverse 1999, that's been a lot of fun. I'm planning on making a video over that, just kind of like impressions or like a review of some kind. I have like a bunch of other stuff in mind from Nikkei. Nikkei got a crazy crossover announcement today, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Love and Deep Space is another one. One of my most anticipated gacha games. I do want to try to cover that whenever new information comes out for it. And that's Chaos Zero Nightmare, which is the brand new gacha from Epic 7 devs. So Yeah, you've been loving PGR. Yeah, PGR is great. Um, Either way, we have been on the prowl with a bunch of videos, tons of stuff coming out, and not just for. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, all these video ideas you didn't include like GS or something like that. I'm still probably going to be covering GS in the future, and I'm still going to be making stuff for it. But I definitely do want to try to, like I said, branch out into more of the gacha sphere, and but also keep like bouncing the GS whenever like I need, or if there's like a good update or like something crazy happening, you know. So it's just not going to be like constant GS videos where during down periods, I would say for the most part, that's where you're going to see a lot more of the variety in the gacha sphere come out. And you know, if we can get like a few main games on the channel, you know, if I'm lined up playing GS and then, you know, I'm covering like other gacha games, and then eventually Chaos Zero Nightmare comes out and I do really well in that, you know, we can kind of bounce between everything or just talk about gachas in a whole. It's kind of weird being a YouTuber in the gacha sphere, because it's like, how exactly do you go about covering everything without just being like a single thing? Because there's a lot of stuff in the industry that I like when it comes to the different games, and for the longest I've kind of just limited myself to only GS, because I mean, like I said, it was the only game that kind of interests me. But now, since I'm kind of exploring other games and trying out other stuff, I'm kind of recognizing a lot more, you know, oh, I wish I would have gave this game a shot, you know, a while ago. Because I technically did play Reverse 1999 already. It's a video on here. Yeah, I made a video on Reverse 1999 apparently a year ago. It's probably 2 years ago at this point. And I didn't really try it for the most part. Like, I played for like the first hour, maybe two, and just gave like a very quick impressions video. 'Cause I think this was like during a down period, so I didn't really know what to do. But the style that I made this video in, the best gachas of all time, is the style that I kind of want to invoke going forward when it comes to GS videos, just videos in general. I'm definitely going to be like trying to make them as high production as I can with, like, you know, what I got. I've always tried to like do it, but I've definitely cut corners, and I'm trying now just to like say, fuck it, I'm not cutting corners no more, and just putting everything I can into a video. And I don't care like how long it is. A lot of my videos, the reason why they're so short is because I'm like, you know, I don't want them to be too long and people just lose interest. But I made this video and people were like, dude, make the hour-long Dissidia video. So I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll do that anytime soon, but maybe. So yeah. Either way, chat room, we got a lot of cool stuff coming out. A lot of dope things happening. I do want to talk about this tier list real quick, because I like I said, I don't think it's done yet. I could be wrong and they are finished with it, but I think they're still doing it. And this is way too hype. I need like a chiller beat. This won't work. I'm just gonna repeat this. We're just gonna loop it. So with this tier list, you can see right here, this is their ideology, their methodology when it came to actually making all of this. And you can see this in detail if you click the tier details. You can see everybody is rated on a scale of 0 to 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think 5 being the highest. And you can see who they rate as like best in damage, best in arch gen, all that type of stuff. Well, I like how this is set up. I like how a lot of this stuff is set up, but I do have a few gripes when it comes to certain placements. But of course, you know, I'm just going to assume they know more. I'm assuming they play the game a whole lot more than I do. Because even though I make content on GS and, you know, I'm pretty active with all the new stuff that comes out, I do not like constantly play the game. I mainly only play like Crest Palaces and like Summoner's Road. And then, of course, you know, Grand Crusade whenever there's new updates. But to me, Kirisame being in this tier is so weird to me. Because if Kirisame is the best taunt tank in the game, I feel like if you're the best at something, because as it says here, the best is the best, why is he not in S tier? Because there's no other taunt tank apart from Gamagori in this. And maybe that's the reason why. It's because they couldn't decide which one was better between Gamagori and Kirisame. So they said, screw it, just put them both in A+. But I would say Kirisame is the best taunt tank in the game just because he can cleanse DR downs. The fact that he has that ability makes him so much better than like any other taunt tank. So I don't see how that exactly works. We summoned him more? I don't know if we're summoning today. But yeah. And that's my thing, because you know, even though tier lists like this, they try to make it as objective as possible. I feel like there is some bias to an extent with any of these placements. Like War God Finn being A+, arguable, I would say debatable. I think these two, saying these are the two best units in the game, I agree with Hoka and I agree with Ultimate Paladin Roy. But here's my thing is that like a lot of the end game is balanced around you having like these DR buffs and everything. And if that's the case, it's like the end game is damn near balanced around this guy. Like, you know, Shiro was like the one that made the end game what it is now with all the different end game compositions. And even though like his damage is starting to fall off and he is like not as crazy as like some of the other, like, you know, Beta has like damage buffs that she can give to somebody. Saitama is Saitama. He hits ridiculously hard. I would just say like out of these three, I would put Shiro above everyone just because I value DR so much. Like if I need to tank something, I'm not bringing Beta. If I'm using just a solo DP or DR character, I'm bringing Shiro because he has a defense slot, the physical res, the passive DR, and the massive barrier. The fact that Beta doesn't have a DR slot, I think hurts her more than helps her. And then Saitama, I feel like has just a bunch of problems. That Saitama's not really good unless you have Kenshin, which is weird that Kenshin's an A+, but that's probably due to the fact that he's only good in Mono Light. Maybe that's the reason why they put him in A+. But this placement to me is heavily reliant on this guy. So there's stuff like that that I feel is a little weird and a little strange. I would even argue Farron be an S tier. A little... maybe. I mean, she's definitely part of the new Mono Light comp, but like... I guess she's also just a really good Archgener, like in general, but still. Let me see. What did they say for Farron? Let me try to find her real quick. What is her stuff? Here she is. Is it just... her Archgen is really high? That's what they rate her at? Yeah, I'm assuming that's what they valued the most. That's what made her go so high. So, like, this is confusing. It just... I don't know. Farron's placement seems to be only because of her Arch Gauge and nothing else. And I guess, like, her damage buff, maybe, but it's a 1. Because I'm assuming it's only for Mono Light? I don't know. I just wish there was more clarity when it came to some of these placements. Because I'm not knocking anybody that made this, because this is... I agree with most of this stuff. And I think it's, like, a lot better than the last tier list. But I would have loved if, like, you could have clicked on this. I don't know if you guys can make this or anything or do it. I don't know how the extent of Google Docs to an extent. Yeah, I don't know. This is a Google Doc, or is it a Google Sheet? It's a sheet. So yeah, I don't know like the extent of it or like what exactly you could do, but I think it'd be really cool if like you could click on, let's say, Ainz for an example, and it would say what makes him stand above the rest. You know, what's like the thing that makes him stand out, or like Farron, it gives you like a very general, quick, just what is this guy doing that's making him really good? Because look, here's the thing, Chad. They have this already. In the nuking tier list, they did something like this already. Oh, why is Saitama the best equipped nuker? High self-damage buff. Oh, okay. Why is he the best nuker in general? Oh, high self buff, solo nuker, defense ignore. Makes sense, right? Same thing with Draken. I think like something like this, just something very simple, just so you can read it and be like, okay, so he has a passive that buffs, he has an arts passive that's good, he's a slot mule, so he can slot in whatever. This type of stuff is really good. And the fact that they put like a legend up here to actually detail what they're saying is just as good as well. So it is definitely crazy. And I wonder if they are going to add that. Maybe they are. I don't know. You know, I don't. Who all made this? Is it Senshi? Did Senshi make this? No, these guys did. Shout out to all these guys. But maybe they will eventually add that. Like I said, this is still early on. But I would have loved to have like some details. Because here's my thing. I just don't want to make more tier list Andes, chat. And if you don't know what I mean by tier list Andes, I mean people who look at a tier list and then this is like everything that they do. They never think about any other composition or anything else and then complain whenever they bring Hoka to a fight that has crit immunity. And they're like, why aren't my characters one-shotting the boss? Well, you can't crit the boss, right? So, or like you bring Holy Knight Roy to like a fight that is physical immune, and then you're like, damn, I don't have a magic character or something, right? Because I think it definitely hinders your development as a player if you only stick to a tier list and you don't like try to explore all the mechanics of the game and understand how to team build, how to do this, how to do that. It definitely, I mean, it's not, and I'm not just talking like strictly for GS, it's like gacha games as a whole. You missed out on the top 3 list they had. Was that in their discussion? Because, let me see. Because I saw that they put this thing real quick. Let me see. I don't think it's in the official Discord. But yeah. One for archers, one for nukers, one for DPS, etc. I think the thing is, people are just overcomplicating it too much. I think you could have a tier list like this and just leave it like it is, but just have descriptions of why stuff is in the position they are. Because I know they have this, which is an explanation, a general explanation of how they ranked people, but that doesn't necessarily tell you what makes Senki an A+ tier character. I mean, you can go over here and look. I mean, you can read the kit and assume, but if you're a brand new player and you're looking at this, you don't understand what makes a unit what because you don't know their kit. Like, I've been playing this game for 7 years, ever since it came out. I know all these units' kits and what they do. So I can understand what makes Senki an A+ tier character or something. Or like, you know, how they could say Holy Knight Roy is one of the best characters in the game. I can see that. But a new player, there's just not enough information. Just like a general description or something like that would be good. I think this would be more than enough. Just like 3 lines of something would be cool. I personally would have preferred if they maybe made the whole tier list just like this. Just like you have A tier, you know, Apex, you have like just S tier characters, I would say good characters, and then just, you know, whatever. But yeah, these units, the way they did this, I think was really good. It's clear, it's concise, it's to the point, tells me what I need to know when it comes to nuking. If I want to know more, I can look into the unit to understand what kind of passive and everything else they have, right? So yeah, because, you know, I was like curious about this. So I actually made a team and tried like this exact thing. And I was like, you know, if I just blindly went into this, and just read, let's say like I was a brand new player, I just blindly went into it. And this team works. I made a team of Saito Hajime, Draken. I have Genos because, you know, we love that double XP. And then I also use Summer Miyu, but I'm probably going to take her off. And this team's great. It works really well. So I think this gives enough information to like be able to formulate a team even as a new player. But one thing that's crazy to me is that, granted, this is the tier list, but I think that we should definitely take it a bit further and not only just show the units, but I think we should also, because I know we're talking about like character tier list, but we probably should make like, you know, equip tier list or like an equip recommendation thing. I'm just thinking of ways to help out new peeps or people who's trying to understand and learn the game like as fast as possible. Having more resources like this is going to be great. Did I get the War God Film special art? I did not, because I did not buy the stuff. But yeah, like this team works really well. And I don't usually use Saito Hajime as my nuker. The team that I usually use is something like this. I think I usually have Draken or someone else, but I usually have Summer Miyu, and then I throw in like Hoka. That was a thing I was surprised about. The fact that Hoka was not mentioned once in the nuke tier list. Like in the support, like nuke supports and stuff, you have Summer Luvian Rin, Momon, all that. But the fact that Hoka wasn't mentioned is kind of crazy, because his 300% crit damage buff is definitely notable, and I feel like worthy of, you know, worth talking about, but they didn't say anything about it. Very weird, to say the least. Like even put him as like mediocre or like just somewhere like that is wild. Because like you have Takamichi, but not the others. It's interesting. Didn't even know about the art book. Yeah, it was like something that got posted on Twitter that you could buy off their website. Just know you don't have 7 of the... Wait. If you said... Hold on. Wait, Bloodhounder, who are you? Are you Brian? Or founder? Kawaii? Because I saw earlier that you said that you're using this account now. Not having 7 of the S tier units is tough, but it's insane to me, man. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, I'll make you mod. There you go. But yeah, chat, it is definitely crazy. I think the list is overall solid, but I think there's definitely a lot of stuff that could be changed around, and I don't think there's enough information to tell like what it is, because I just don't want somebody to look at like, let's look at a character in A tier that people would think would be kind of bad because they're there, like FM Heart. FM Heart's a fucking legend. Like, he does crazy damage. His passive is really good if you can get it to work, and he just does deeps. But people may look at this and be like, oh, he sucks. He's only A tier? Why is he an S? But like, you know, there could be reasons why. I mean, I would say, see, I don't even know if I would put him in A tier. Would I put him in A tier? If I wasn't doing pluses and stuff, I probably would. I think the plus and minus definitely overcomplicate stuff. And I don't think these are based on element and not based on like top of the top, lowest of the low in like the tiers. I think they probably should be rearranged like that. I don't think we should be judging off of or categorizing them or sorting them in elements. I think we should do best to least in each of the tiers. That's just me though. But yeah, it's crazy to me because like we can't be fucking serious. I didn't even realize what was in this list. You're telling me we are now putting Shiki in the same tier as Heart, Miranda, Priestess, Diablo, Super Saiyan God Valerie. What the fuck? What? Shiki. Hold on. What? Maybe I'm missing something. Before I go off real quick, maybe I'm missing something. Is it the stats effects? It's because of her archgen, isn't it? It's because of her archgen. God, it's fucking Ilya. It's the Ilya situation all fucking over again, man. I can't, bro. I can't. Oh boy. I will say EX2 is very good because no one's EX2 can stack with everybody. But maybe the Dream Awakenings. Okay, maybe it's this too. Okay, actually it's this. Okay. Okay. Factoring in both these, she's actually a solid support unit. But her slots are terrible. It's like, who's in B tier, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck? My brothers. We're picking Berwick over Shiki? Oh, we're picking Shiki over Berwick? I gotta pick up my chair, man. My chair fell over. Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that Berwick is in the same tier as Korkuri is. Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. I think. Oh god. I think I'm actually gonna puke. I think I'm legitimately getting sick. Really? I just. Maybe it's because the slots. Maybe Shiki. Maybe they value Shiki's like hill slot and stuff a bit more than like Berwick slots. But if I'm picking an Archgener, I'd rather pick Berwick over Shiki. And I don't want to be that guy or anything, but the fact that you put, well, no, Summer Rivi Archgens for fire. I had to remember that's pretty good. One thing I'm noticing about this tier list is Arch Generation is favored heavily. If you Archgen, it like bumps you up 3 tiers from what I can tell. Which is interesting. Because Arts is really nice, but I think at the same time too, it's not the be all end all in a lot of situations. Because I think A tier is probably the best tier on this entire list. Now looking at it. Really? Summer Sakura over Super Saiyan God Valerie? Because like Summer Sakura, she's good at like buffing up the leader and everything else, but like her dark res down takes forever to come out. Maybe it's also due to the fact that she has a magic DR as well. Wait, an A minus is. Wait, who are you talking about? Tanjiro? was trying to see who you meant. I mean, Haruto's an A minus too. It's strange because Oi rated higher than a lot of these other. And also, I just want to say this: regular Finn, granted, Finn recently got a Dream Awakening that is in JP that I think is actually pretty good. He has 3. Yeah, he has the ratio passive. He has this one, which this one's actually really good. I like this one a lot. And he also has this, which is pretty solid too. I think this would probably be the one I go for. But this guy is really just a new player type of unit. I mean, his buff definitely helps out a lot though, compared to like, look at this. Like he was at 2100 or 21,000, good lord. Yeah, 21,500. And then in Japan, he went up to 65,000. So he definitely got like a nice buff there. And I think his skill got, yeah, everything got buffed pretty much modifier wise. So if we're like going off of JP, I think I could definitely see it being like an A minus. But I also believe Finn is a character that's like a new player stepping stone. This is a unit you use until you get like, you know, the big boys whenever they show up again. So I would still say he's definitely high. I don't know if I'd put him in A minus. Probably put him at like the bottom of A, or I'd put like, yeah, probably like the bottom of A. Because he's still really good. It's just he's a new player unit. That's all he's really used for. Because this man will die instantly if anything touches him. We're gonna really put Rewoken Saitama in the same tier as Ryuko? Wait, shut up. No way. No way. Where they put Saitama? Because here's Hero Sai. Where's regular Sai? Let me see. Wait, why are we downplaying Sandstone? What is this list? If Sandstone is down here, or if if regular Finn is up here, why isn't Sandstone up there too? She's an incredible damage mitigation support that can still be used. I literally used her recently because I just wanted to test it out with a new player team whenever like Fearin came out. I think it was in the Fearin video actually. Let me fact check myself, but I think I made, was it in this one? I think it was. Was it the Fearin video where I made like a new player team? Let me see. Or is it just Mono Light? I feel like I made a new player team somewhere. I thought it was a Fearin video that I did that in. Oh, it was the Perfect Start video, wasn't it? Was it this one? No, it wasn't. Yubel? Was it this video? I mean, this is a new player team, but this is using Thetis instead of, this is everybody you can earn from the Fearin crossover. I thought I did Sandstone in one of these. I guess I didn't. I thought I did Sandstone. But Emilia not in God tier. Yeah, I mean Emilia could be a bit higher too. Huh. Cause dude, are we really downplaying Velzard that much? Holy fuck, do I not know anything about this game? What? And then why is there such a gap? And then it's just these 3. Are these like exception units? What is this for? I mean, maybe it's because he's only good in Mono Dark Demon. She's only good in Mono Dark Demon. Maybe that's the reason. I could see them. I kind of agree with the placement. But if we're considering Mono Dark Demon for both of them, they're like A tier. My question is there an Ascended unit that is lower than B tier. Is that a thing that they did? Because I am not seeing it. I don't think there is. Yeah. I don't think so. That would have been wild. And as you see, everybody's down here. Yeah, it kind of warps it because, like, this isn't. This is making. I think this is giving you more questions than answers now, the more and more I look at it. Because there's like so many placements that are so like. That's why I was saying that having the description, like you click on a unit and it tells you like a generalized summary of them or like why they're in this position, would be so helpful. Because as a brand new player, you would look at this and you would just assume Berwick's garbage. You're not going to use Berwick. Everybody in this tier is horrendous. You're not going to use them. You only want to use A tier and up or something like that. Oh, you know, here's a Mako. Here's this. I'm going to make a team of Oi, Delta, Ilya, and Miyu. They're all A tier characters. They should be able to clear content, but like that doesn't tell you anything. You know, like that's terrible. If they did something like that, because you have no fucking arch gen. Yeah, there's a lot that I think a lot to take in. So it's kind of all over the place. The more and more I look at it. Also, it says each red section above the ranks, the top 3 units in each category. I don't see that red section. Maybe they took that out. Unless it's in tier details. I don't know. Overall score? Why did it? I mean, this is just going to show me it. Yeah, like that. Let me see. Tier, column, overall score. I guess you can look at arch gen. That'd be nice. I don't know why it went ascending. Whatever. Let me see. Huh. Because this doesn't really tell you. I mean, I guess to an extent it does. Not really, though. I feel like it doesn't really tell you how good they are as an arch genner. I mean, Hoka's the best, but like, you have Juno. That's just because Juno, I think, gives 7 arts per second all the time, right? Yeah, she does. So yeah, I mean, I guess that works. But man, this don't make no sense. It don't make no fucking sense to me. I definitely think they just need to add that description to stuff, and it would be like 100 times better. Either way, hold on. I gotta scratch my big ass head on this. I just saw the placement of Juno. A tier. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Would I put Juno A tier? Juno doesn't have her buff on global, does she? Oh no, she does. She does. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, GS tier lists are, like you said, they're always weird because I think it's really hard to determine what makes a good unit. a good unit just by putting them on a list, because it's not like GS is very in depth with unit designs and stuff and like content. It's just units are like they can have so many different roles and jobs and everything else that like you want them to fulfill in a team, where I guess if I'm looking purely at Archgen, like statistically Archgen and everything else, and not just how they perform in gameplay, I could see why Juno is A tier, because she's a really good Archgener. But I would still say Haruto is over Juno, considering they're both type B, just for the simple fact that he's offering the healing and the arts damage buff and the stat increases. Huh. But then again, though, Juno is going to be hitting a bit harder because of her multiplier here and her stats and all that. That's strange. Because Arstilla Orbis is here. That's also interesting. The Arstilla Orbis is ranked in A tier. I would assume Orbis would be maybe A minus or even B. But I guess like for mono water magic, she's really good, and she's like the best breaker for them. Maybe that's the reason why. Yeah, a bit strange. And also Light Sistina being A tier. I guess I could see that, because Fire or Veil A minus. That's it. Wait. Where'd they put Summer Sistina? Like an awoken unit with scaling damage, the only awoken unit in the game that actually has scaling damage. Where did they put her? Did I change this? Are they editing this as we speak? B tier. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like her scaling damage is kind of pretty crazy for an awoken unit. Yeah, current HP times 25. That's kind of dumb. Just a bit dumb. But her passives are terrible. Like if she had better Dream Awakening passives, I think I could maybe see her being put higher. Yeah, the healing, I think Lysistina's placement's fine. Rosetta's, I think her Dream Awakening is really good, isn't it? I think her Dream Awakening kind of fixed her main issue, didn't it? Was it this one? No, it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, it makes it like a lot more consistent to stay in Magia Drive. Huh. Burn in A tier. And I think it just rubs me the wrong way that Sagara is so far down when like he hits so hard. And maybe that's the thing though. He just does damage, but he also has the Will Not Flinch buff that he can apply to the team. I think it's like to all allies, right? Like all water allies? Or is it just to him? Or is it everybody? Yeah, all allies will not flinch, which is 100% freeze and paralysis res, which is really good. But I think they didn't do that because if I didn't put him higher, considering that Shadow also has this buff for everybody. Yeah, your boy's confused. I'm getting a headache looking at this. There's a lot of placements that I don't completely agree with. I think it's still solid, but I think it needs a bit of work before you just give this to a new player. And it's like, okay, go crazy, you know? Either way, it's I'm glad they're updating it and they are like trying to make like a brand new one instead of just adding on to the old one, because I think the old one was getting a bit much considering we had like almost 8-9 units in SS tier, and it's like, damn, do we really have that many characters that are above everyone else? But I think even in my tier list I made earlier this year, or at the beginning of the year, I think I had what, like, let me check. Also, let me get the music back playing. Let me see. Tier list. OP's GS tier list. Let's see. How many people did I have in my... Oh yeah, I had like 5. Would I still agree with this? Oka, Shiro, Beta. I think I would put Holy Knight Roy up there. I think I would move down Star God, maybe. Yeah, I think I'd move down Star God, put Holy Knight Roy up there. I would move down Beta. Yeah, I think that would be like the only changes I would do, would just be like to the SS and S tier. But I also don't like this like tiering. I don't like SS for the most part. I think S tier should be the highest the tier list should go. But I can't deny the fact that GS has units that are just above, literally they stand above all. Some Escanor type shit. Yeah, I think Oi could be moved up because of Grand Crusade. Grand Crusade made Oi a lot better, so I think Oi could be a bit higher. Oi could be like A tier. I don't think he's S tier, but he could definitely be A tier. But yeah, like a lot of the units, the Ascended characters, I would say is S tier because I put Albedo here because I'm considering you're using her on Monodar Demon, so she's an S tier character. So they would like Demon Lord Vox. I think I even mentioned that whenever I talked about him. Let me see. Hold on. Lord Vox on his own is like an A tier character, possibly even B tier. However, with him on Monodar Demon, he's S tier. That's why. Exactly. What's Albedo? That's the same thing about Albedo? Albedo is, I think last time I probably had Albedo in like A tier. I think we'll move Albedo up to S tier. Albedo is like the only answer that Dark and Monodar Demon has for like massive amounts of damage mitigation. Like, I'm glad that I remember that I said that. But yeah, like that's, I don't know. I think that like videos like this, or like if you look at freaking like Masked tier list, where he fucking look at this, like where's it at? Wait, is that his name? Wait. Oh, Mist. My bad. I don't. Masked is from something else. Yeah, look at this. 4 hours. Holy. And that's just for low stars, bro. Holy. 5 hours for the casters, bro. Extra. Jesus Christ, dude. Man spent like a whole day talking about every single character. But yeah, like, I think stuff like that is a bit better because you could like click on this, or like just like having even though this is like insane having a video that lasts that long for like a tier list, I think that works really well. Because let's say like, okay, you get a low star character. Let's say you just pulled Anderson, right? Anderson's a great character. Let's see if he has them. Oh, this is not in order. Oh god. Oh god. There's no way it took him 3 hours to talk about Anderson. Holy fuck, he's named something else, isn't he? Brian, what's Anderson's other name? But yeah, like you could just, like for an example, you know, let's just say Arash actually. You go to Arash and you're like, oh, okay. What is how good is he? What does he do? And then you can watch this video and it plays it, and then you know, he's gonna tell you exactly like what this character is good for and everything else. I think having that, like just a description for each of these fixes the entire tier list. Like, I don't think people would complain about, oh, why is Jay an A tier when he should be like double S tier to me or something, right? Because you would have a little thing that pops up and it would tell you, hey, you know, this is why Jay's an A tier. It would show a description and be like, you know, Jay's just mainly used for clearing waves. He has a bit of arch in, some damage. He strives very well in like any kind of wave-based content, but outside of that, he's not that great. So we have him in A tier or something, you know. Something very simple like that would do wonders. But yeah. Chat, that tier list is something, man. That is something. Switching topics a little bit. I did want to ask you guys, do we have any Yu-Gi-Oh people in here right now? Any of my Yu-Gi-Oh brethren? Because I wanted to ask you all, what did you guys think about something? Yes, sir. So I was thinking about coming back to Master Duel. Chat. After my most recent video, I want to try to go back to Master Duel and make a video on it. But looking at the tier list on Master Duel Meta, you can see, well, there it goes. Ryzel and stuff seems to be, there's not even a tier 2 deck, you know? It's just Molasses and Ryzel. And I was asking you guys, or what I want to ask you guys now is, what do you guys think is a really good deck for me to come back into the game with that may not be, even if it's meta, if it's not, that you think would kind of fit what I'm into or like what I'm looking for? I'm mainly looking for, I don't care if it's a control deck, if it's a beatdown deck, whatever. I mainly just want to follow like a specific theme. I know Blue Eyes has this where like their boss monsters, they are Blue Eyes monsters for the most part, but I know I'm going to have like a few, you know, generic monsters in my deck, but if possible, I would love to be able to play monsters that are, or a deck that actually ends on like its deck's archetype. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like I'm building into just some beast generic monster is gonna beat the entire game. So Sky Strikers, Melfi, Exodia. I don't know, because I was looking at decks, and one deck that did interest me was where's it at? Fiendsmith. I like how the cards look for Fiendsmith a lot, but I don't know how you pilot this deck. I'd have to look up a video. But I love how Engraver looks and some of the other stuff. I don't know how the Bestial engine is with this or how much of control deck it is, but I think they look sick. A lot of the Fiendsmith monsters look dope. Let me see. Oh, I can't even see like the art. Can I open the image in a new tab? Like, my brother is crazy. And also, I know that this deck is based off of Devil May Cry. That's the inspiration for the Fiendsmith monsters, from what I understand. But I don't know, man. I don't know, because I'm debating if I want to get back into Master Duel, or we say fuck it, boys, and we play for our card game. Freaking Pokemon Pocket, because I was very close to actually playing this. And the thing is that I feel like I would be such a dick if I played this, because my favorite card or my favorite mon is the top card in the game, apparently, or the top deck in the game with Darkrai EX. So I don't know. Oh, really? It's that much? They can kind of just be played anywhere? That's dope. Guns Blazing? I didn't know he still made videos. I haven't seen a video of his in a while. I used to watch him all the time, though, for Duel Links. But, yeah, like, Cause I was debating on getting back into Pokemon maybe as well. Isn't the rates on TCG terrible? Uh, I didn't really have a problem whenever I played, but it did take me a while. I had a Charizard deck, but mine was like an OG Charizard deck. I was using like freaking, I didn't have Sylveon and stuff. It had like Moltres and stuff like that in it. It was launch deck type stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I would want to get into Pokemon TCG because maybe this meta is a bit better than like what's going on in Master Duel. Because my thing is that it seems like Master Duel right now is kind of just ruled by 2 decks, and everything else is just kind of whatever, which kind of sucks. I'm not for sure if he did, Loki. And also another thing is too is that I can't play Pokemon TCG Pocket on my PC unless I, you know, download it on BlueStacks, because I don't even think like the one that I'm using right now, I don't even know if I can download Pokemon TCG Pocket on this one. Let me check. I think I tried to before. Let me see. And that's definitely like a big thing for me, is being able to play it on my PC. It says I can install it, but, you know, it's possible that thing will not work too well. What about TCG Live? No, I'm not really too much into that one. Let me see. But yeah, I was thinking about like a deck to play. I saw like Memento, and I was looking up stuff about this, and I was like, holy fuck, this looks crazy. With everything, I was like, yeah, this looks wild. Combos. What the fuck? See, like, bro, there's a whole essay for the combo. I mean, granted, I used to play Thunder Dragon. I used to play Thunder Dragons, but yeah. Like, holy fuck, the deck list is insane. And yeah, I know Ark wants me to play Magic, but I don't think I could get into Magic, man. It's cool. It's definitely a lot simpler than Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe that's why I should pick up, like, Pokemon instead. I don't know. I do know Megas are coming out soon for Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is cool. But I think there's also a bit more deck variety from what it seems like. It seems like... Well, let me check this real quick. Let me look at top decks, tournaments, top 16. Arceus? Is this number 1? Yeah, number 1. So it's not just like Darkrai is the only thing that's winning. Darkrai and Giratina or Giratina. Oh wait, but there's number 1. Or do they usually win? Oh, never mind. Their power might be insane. It might be pretty toxic in TCG Pocket as well. Slugma? What? A fucking Slugma deck. That's insane. But yeah, I remember using Slugma in like Pokemon Coliseum. But yeah, maybe I'll try that eventually and see, but I don't know what deck I'm like leaning towards right now. After looking at a lot, I can't believe Exodia's here. Top 16? China Master Duel Weekly? Shut up. What? What a fucking Chad. What the heck? The unstoppable Exodia incarnate. Wow. Maybe E7? Dude. You guys. I was thinking about getting back into Master Duel. I was looking into different decks that I could maybe play, because I don't really want to play like the best of the best, but as you see, Malice and Ryzeal is so leagues ahead of everyone that it makes me feel like It's in a tier 0 format. So I don't know about that one. Sword Soul? Maybe. Because I was thinking about coming back and playing Blue Eyes. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I've never been like a Blue Eyes kind of guy. I've always been more Dark Magician. So yeah. And I've been looking at like different deck lists and stuff and wondering like if there's a something that maybe will slip through the cracks and it's going to be somebody in a tournament playing something crazy. But I don't think so. Oh wait. Because like China Master Duel weekly. But they have a side deck too. That's the thing. So like that's a big thing. I think that's the thing that kind of hurts Master Duel is that in the regular ranked ladder, it's only what do you call it? It's only best of one. A Sprite kind of guy. I did play Sprite whenever I played a little bit a while ago. Sprite was cool. Yeah, but the Challenger Cup? What is this for? Free entry, standard live, 74 players, best of 3. What's the other deck he played? Malice. Fucking Malice. Oh my goodness. Are we just gonna see Malice all Malice? Malice. Oh my god. We got a branded, right? Yeah. Tempai. Brazil. Insane. I was also thinking maybe going back to Tempai and trying that out, but I was like, man, dude, I feel like that's kind of whack. It's not really like a rogue deck. I don't know, maybe I'll just go on and just like rock out with some Cyber Dragons or something. Try to get far with that. You try Branded or White Forest. There are 2 decks that allow you to mix a lot of archetypes, I see. Yeah, I don't really play regular TCG because where I live, there's not like a lot of players for the most part. If I lived more in a city, I think I would try to, but there's like no way for me to play it. Yeah, the meta in Master Duel is kind of lame. Because another thing is too is that they're trying to. I'm hoping that they do, because there was a thing that came out today on Twitter that like everybody who competed in the most recent tournament for like Capcom, or it's a Capcom for Konami for Master Duel, like they were like, what's the #1 card you hate playing against? It's Maxx C. And if you see like in this, Maxx C's always played. They have it right now at 2 because the same as OCG, but yeah, they hate Maxx C. Everybody hates Maxx C, but it's a card that you have to play. Of course, that doesn't like fix Master Duel completely if you take it out, I don't think, but maybe it would. Maybe new decks would start to rise up. But you still have like Nibiru and stuff like that that can, you know, come crashing in. Punk? Dude, I think I tried to play Punk one time and I didn't understand it. I'd have to like look up a video. Like a lot of the combo decks are crazy to me. The only combo deck that I learned to like a T and I knew so many routes and I understood every card, so I knew like exactly what I needed, was a Thunder Dragon. That was probably my favorite deck. Whenever it was like popular, when Master Duel first came out, like I was playing Thunder Dragon when I think around the time that I don't remember what was like going crazy. I think it was Floronderiz. Yeah, Floronderiz and all them were going wild, and I was playing Thunder Dragon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot. And also, yeah, turn one, like it's a dead card if you go turn one. But you know, turn two, if you build like a turn two deck, then you definitely want to see it. But yeah, there's definitely a lot that can counter it. It's just like Max C. If you don't have the Ash or like Called by the Grave, you kind of just lose. You kind of just have to like in turn and move, you know, just move on. But chat, I think now, I think we talked about everything I want to talk about. I think I'm probably just gonna try like TCG Pocket or something. I have to see like what's going on with it, because I was thinking of like making some kind of tournament video or something else, just like trying it out or trying to get like far in it. But I don't know if like I'm gonna still do that. I definitely kind of want to, but we'll have to see. I don't know if I'm gonna play GS right now or if I want to play something else. I definitely. Well, what's the new events stuff? Let me check. What do we got in the exchange over here? It's a 4-star magic. Reduce god enemies dark res by 25%. That's not bad. Is that the only thing there is? It's conditional. It's not terrible. What was Rivies? I think I saw Rivies, but it was like a defense item, right? Yeah, it was. Kind of whatever. I didn't even farm this one either because your boy was so all over the place with it. Chat, I do not know what I want to do for the remainder of this. I do want to show you guys this real quick though, which is wild. Chat room. Nikkei is crossing over with Resident Evil. I cannot believe this. Also, that's Jill Valentine. I think my friend sent it to me. Let me see. Yeah, that's Jill. That is insane, chat. That is insane. Actually insane. More proof anime art style is always objectively better. I'm getting off Twitter. I'm getting off Twitter. But that is a game that I did play during my down period while I wasn't here, like for that week. I did try Nikkei and I've been playing through that a bit, but I'm not the biggest fan. Personally. It's fun, but I don't know if I can like keep playing it. Kei's a Gooner game. It definitely is, but I can see why people would play it. Yeah, I need to try to do that. Uma Musume? I haven't played Uma Musume in like 4 days, so I'm kind of lagging when it comes to a lot of the stuff that I could do. Because I think the new Champions meet came out, and yeah, I was not prepared. I did not have anything ready, chat. Let me see. I will do this real quick. Oh, it comes out tonight or tomorrow? Yeah, I was not prepared. The Brown Dust 2 update looks great. Loki, what are you talking about? Did Brown Dust 2 release something crazy again, man? Let me look at this. Brown Dust 2. Let me see. What the actual fuck? Yeah, sure. We just talked about that. Bro. Is it the prestige skin that you guys are talking about? There's no way this game's real. There's no way this game is real. Holy bro. 56 USD? Dude. There's no way that game is real. What the fuck was that? That was insane. Chat. Do I want to farm this today? I don't know. Peak Fiction. Yeah, dude. I don't know if I could play that. What's up, TT? I have no clue if I could do that one, man. Let me, guys, you guys want to join? We'll host a few runs of this, and then maybe we'll switch to something else. It kind of sucks because I would have to, if I'd want to play like Pokemon TCG or something like that real quick, or Master Duel, I'd have to get it booted up because I don't think I have them installed. Let me see though. Who am I gonna use? I'll just use Jay, probably. Equip 1, equip 2, equip 3. True art. Why was that set to that? I don't know why that was set like that. I'm gonna change this to... Oh, so this is on loop. I forgot that was only while we were talking about the tier list. Let me see. We'll do that. And then I'm gonna have it set to art when not on last wave. And equip 3. I'm gonna do that instantly. Okay. Kind of curious, have you ever played any of the Middle Earth games? Because I'm kind of addicted to Shadow of War right now. I did play Mordor. I did not play Shadow of War though. Let me put this in the chat for y'all. Yeah, we're gonna play this for a bit, chat, and then maybe we'll hop on to something else. You know, hey, we could hop on the DBD, chat. We could hop on the DBD. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's a 2v8 event going on. We could hop on the DBD. Oh yeah, OP. Windows Update is killing SSDs for writes over 50 gigabytes. How you look into it and uninstall the last Windows Update for a drive not to be corrupted? Really? That's crazy. I don't think I'm doing anything that's on my SSD that's writing over 50 gigabytes, but yeah. But yeah, Dead by Daylight has a 2v8 event right now, chat. They just gave out 5 million blood points. Your boy's been on it, man. Your boy has been on it. I gotta boot it up and actually, you know, get my, all my stuff. Get my points, man. That's true, yeah. A PC game can definitely do it. But most of my PC games are installed on my hard drive. None of it is usually installed on my SSD. Surprisingly. My SSD is like mainly just for work. So. My hard drive's also affected? I had to look into it then. That's insane, though. The Windows update is causing it to die like that. Let me see. Windows update SSD. Wow, it's the #1 thing. Reporting fixing SSD failures caused by Windows update. Oh, wow. Running the update makes some SSDs disappear from the systems. That's insane. Have I updated my stuff? I think my stuff's up to date. Let me see. I mean, if it's not, I'm not. Wow. That is insane. Yeah, I'm looking at it all right now. Let me see. Oh, actually, I don't know, because it said it got issued last week. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Since my PC died, I don't even know if I ever got that update. So yeah, I think I'm good. Reformatting the drive, that sucks. Might have auto updated? Let me see. Oh no, I see it right here actually. Let me see. What was it called? Windows Update SSD. Let me see. Is it this one? The KB5? Oh wow. Yeah, no, it's not installed. It's asking me to, but no. I am Yeah, it's right there. That's insane, man. Click pause updates. Pause. I guess I'll pause it for 5 weeks. Till it gets deleted or till it gets fixed. Yeah, we're forming some events right now. We might be switching to a different game in just a second. But yeah, we just forming some events. Yeah, shout out to you for letting me know about that. But yeah, I just paused it for like a month. So hopefully it gets resolved within that month. I didn't even realize Shinji was here. Not the Shinji. The day my PC goes compute. Yeah, man. Dude, I cried the day that my PC was dead. I was so hurt, man. I was like, that was probably the most stressed out I've ever been when it came to like anything, dude. I was so like, fuck this shit, man. I was so mad. Oh my god. I was Sensei, that wasn't Shinji. I was about to say, I don't think Shinji is under level 200. I'm pretty sure he's above 200. I don't even know if he really plays like that. Oh, that was you using Rosetta? Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope it gets fixed soon. I suppose I haven't seen like a YouTube video on it yet. Are we all in here? There we go. Yeah, they're pretty strong, the same team. Ugh, man, chat. Let me see if I can... Do I have Pokemon TCG on my phone still? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. That sucks. Your boy could maybe do a bit of whaling, possibly. Ho-Oh and Lugia just came out. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull on the new pack, Loki. Let me see. I think I had it connected to my Nintendo account. Maybe? No, wait. It was on my Google account. I'm pretty sure. Was it? Let me see. I gotta download it. What's your favorite unit in the game? It's probably still J. J and FM Heart, kind of up there. You're pretty sure you didn't get it. That's tough. Am I gonna do a Summer Rosetta video soon? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like she's kind of outdated, so I probably won't talk about her too much because Samurai Rimuru is a thing now. But maybe I still will. Ugh, we'll have to see. The next, if I do another showcase, it'll probably be on her. She'll probably be the next one, but oh my goodness. Dude, I don't know why I'm so fucking sleepy, dog. Oh yeah, Loki, I'm back in my account. Why doesn't your wait? There's Darkrai in this pack, right? Yeah, he is. Strange. Strange way we're moving here. Wait, we didn't kill? Hey, yo! Another one? I'll take that. That's some crazy luck on the rates. Oh yeah. Okay, I found the cards I need. What's the best way to get flux drops? It's unfortunately whenever the mines comes back. If the mines aren't here, then you probably aren't gonna get a lot, unfortunately. I mean, you can get them from the compendium as well. That'd probably be your next best bet, is to do compendium rewards. I didn't get what I needed, Loki. I'm getting shafted. Also, another thing is that I didn't get in too much with Pokemon Pocket TCG because I think like the ranked mode, I feel like the currency you get from it is not too crazy. What's the best luck 300 in your opinion? It's probably just whoever, you know, your favorite is, but if you want like meta or like usability wise, it'd probably be Holy Knight Roy. Anybody that gives like a huge amount of art gauge like that is very good. They suck. Oof. Vern's True Equip? Let me look at it real quick. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me see. Yeah, I would say it's pretty worth it for her. Because you get like stackable damage that lasts for 35 seconds. That's very lengthy. But if you're like running low on rainbow gems, or if you're trying to like summon for it or whatever, then I probably wouldn't do it. You can go without it because it's just a 30% damage buff, which is good, but you know, it's not gonna like make or break it a lot of the time. I think that's another 4-star right there. Another equip. I'm not even trying to max LB it. I just want to get it max leveled. And I need to make more equipment space, dude. It's insane to me. I have 600 equip slots and I'm out of equip space in GS. Is it? Oh no, it wasn't. Of course he is, Loki. The Help Beginner campaign, does it reset? Yeah, it resets. It resets like every crossover. Oh my goodness. It's kind of crazy that... Huh, that's wild. Once we started playing GS and we started talking, like, whenever we were talking about all that crazy stuff, and I thought that would be like when the viewership would be the lowest. But as soon as we started playing GS, that's when the viewership went down. That's actually kind of funny. And that's wild. 240 luck on freaking Reyes. My brother in Christ, what? We had more viewership when we were just looking at browsers. That's wild. Is Vern's True Weapon worth getting even if we don't have her? No, no. Unless you're just like a collector, then sure. But if you don't have her, then I wouldn't get it. But yeah, chat. I think we are, though, going to end the stream at about like the 2-hour mark. Because I definitely do want to do some other stuff, but next time, whenever we stream, I'll have a lot more planned when it comes to like game. Because I think we definitely will try to start our little adventure in Pokemon Pocket, maybe, and try to climb the ranks with my favorite deck, or my favorite character, Mon, Darkrai. But I feel like people will call me a meta slave because everybody will just be running around with Darkrai's. So I was going to skip it? Yeah, man, that's fine. Oh, good lord. Excuse me. There's also Espeon. Is there Umbreon? I feel like Umbreon might not be good, though. I don't see Umbreon at all. There is an Umbreon EX. Oh, this poor soul. He's not that good, is he? My goats are always shafted, man. They're always fucking shafted. What do you say? I stopped playing before the EV packs released, so I don't know the meta. Honestly, it's a 40% damage up on water humans. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's solid, but I feel like at the same time too, you could find like other stuff. I will say though, it's gonna be up like damn near all the time if you have it like max LB. Missing a lot, just got off work. Oh, it's fine, Hope. We are unfortunately going to be ending the stream here soon, but hey man, 2 hour long VOD. You know, you can put it on the background. I was yapping a lot this stream. I will say that. So you know, you put it up on the second monitor, put it up on your way home. I was yapping a whole ton this stream, man. Did you drink water yet? Yeah, I did. I actually have it right beside me. Unfortunately, Romnix, yeah. I mean, we're gonna be back. Probably the next time we'll stream will be next week, unfortunately, because I work the rest of this week. So there's that. But yeah, next week we're gonna be having hopefully the first actual stream for our Love and Deep Space playthrough. I think that's gonna be hilarious and fun. Outside of that, what is it? We're gonna be having some other stuff too. Oh hell no. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, dude. The stream will be titled, and the video will be titled, "A Straight Man Tries Love in Deep Space." It's gonna be crazy, chat. It's gonna be wild. We may also incorporate some other gachas too on the stream going forward, not just GS. So also another game that will be coming out. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. Actually, not next week, but the following week, we will be able to stream it when it goes live. And that is going to be Kaiju number 8, the game. I never watched the anime, but I am curious about the gacha, so I'm going to be trying that out. That'll be coming out on the 31st on Steam and everything. So we might stream that the day it drops. Is it some kind of hentai game? I mean, it's very suggestive when it comes to that. Yeah, it's the boyfriend gacha, chat. It's the boyfriend gacha. It is that. Yeah. It's that game, chat room. That's what we'll be playing on next stream. If I get everything set up right, which I'm praying to God everything works, we'll be playing Love and fucking Deep Space for like a few hours. Oh, man. I'm being so serious, chat. We're going to get deep into this. We're going to get very deep. I'm going to play it solo. Yeah, I'm playing it solo. I'm just going to play it solo, run through it, see what's happening, and then... we're gonna try to go, you know, pretty deep into it. We'll see how far we can get on day one, but we are gonna make a video out of it. I want the initial playthrough though, like the initial start of the account, to be with y'all. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for a live stream next week. I don't know if we're gonna do it on Monday. I don't know if we're gonna do it on Wednesday. We'll have to see what I'm feeling, but it might be earlier in the week than what we usually do. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, Chad. It's gonna be a fun time. The next game that we're gonna be tackling too on stream will probably be Nikkei. So you know, my one-handed shooter brethren, get ready. That will probably be on the channel. We're gonna be streaming that, and then probably reverse 1999. We're just gonna be playing that, just doing some events and stuff for the most part. What's the game about? Love and Deep Space? Hell if I know, dude. Hell if I know. I just know it's kinda, well, the thing is that it's not really gay. Cause like it's meant for a female audience. So it's just a boyfriend simulator. Cause the main character, you can't change their gender. They're always a female. So I don't think they expected guys to download it. It's not meant to appeal to a guy, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens, man. Maybe by the end of it, they're gonna have me blushing. I don't know. They might have me real deal blushing. Oh man. So you're gonna do a gacha discovery journey or something? I'm just more so gonna be trying to become more of a gacha tuber instead of just a GS tuber. So we're gonna be talking about a lot more gacha games, especially ones that aren't just GS that interest me. So one of the big ones that are gonna be coming out soon is Chaos Zero Nightmare. That's made by the people who made E7, and I cannot wait for that game. So as soon as like more stuff comes out for it, I definitely want to, you know, try it. But yeah, we're just gonna be trying to move towards trying out a bunch of different games. Any game that like kind of interests me and, you know, play it. We're still gonna be doing GS and stuff, of course. It's just, you know, we're trying to just branch out a bit. So whenever we have like dead periods in GS, we're not gonna have like dead periods in the entirety of it. I don't think I'll ever do like what, if you guys were around for FG3000, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be more so I guess kind of similar to how what's his name Psyche does his content, but he does mostly reviews, and I'm not going to really be doing reviews like that. I think if I do a review, it would be more kind of like entertainment, an entertaining review than like a actual serious review. But I will still give like, you know, serious opinions and everything, but it's gonna mostly be, you know, just like having a good time with whatever game I'm playing. Like there's a video I have, chat, which for my peeps in the chat that are E7 or E7 vets, you're probably like, dude, OP, there's no fucking way you can do it. But I have a video idea in my head which was called the title isn't set in stone yet, but the video concept is how far can a beginner get in 1 week in E7? And the goal was to like climb as like high as I can in RTA or something like that. And, you know, see like how far you can get if you played E7 for like a week, like nonstop, no life, unemployed, you know, grinding it. How far could you get? And I was talking to my friends about it. I was like, dude, you don't want to put yourself through that. And there was like, that is going to be the worst experience you probably will ever have. So to have a side account for what, GS? I don't think so. It's pretty easy for new players. I have to maybe see, you know, maybe look into it. What's up, Fatal? You forgot to drink water this whole time. You almost died. Oh my, man. Yeah, PC trouble, bunch of other stuff. It was a whole thing, man. Also, chat, I know I didn't say it in my most recent video. Well, I technically did, but I cut it out because I was like, this didn't really add anything to it. But I will say, out of like all the gachas that are coming out, because if you guys haven't seen Chaos Zero Nightmare, let me show you it real quick. Chaos Zero Nightmare. So this isn't playing music, is it? I don't think it is. All right. But yeah, like this is Chaos Zero Nightmare. Like I said, it's made by the people who made E7, same studio. So you're going to have like the crazy, you know, art and everything. But this is probably like my most anticipated game for gachas coming out because reasons. But it's for the gameplay. The gameplay is actually, it's like Slay the Spire, which kind of makes me a little bit worried for Morimins, because I feel like people will just play this instead because it's more high budget and stuff. But yeah, you can kind of see it here. Can't really zoom in, but yeah, there it is. Oh, it die on me? Okay, there we go. Yeah, like you see, you have the cards. You have like, I think these are your skills on the side. It says EP. Maybe that's like skills or something. And then you attack. And it's just literally Slay the Spire, but in a gacha game format. I think it's gonna look cool. It's gonna play like crazy. It's gonna be sick. But what is it? I am very, and also this right here reminds me, because the way how they were explaining it, it reminds me of what do you call it? Darkest Dungeon. I think, because I think there's like a trauma thing that's like in gameplay that I'm hoping that's what it is, where your character will just freaking lose it sometimes. And if it's like Darkest Dungeon like that, I'm gonna love it. I freaking love Darkest Dungeon, dude. God, I love that game. But I'm very interested in this one. I don't know when it's coming out yet. They haven't said the release date yet, but they said they're about 90% done with the game. So once this thing drops, I'm gonna be on it, literally on it. But one thing I wanted to say was, I do not like open world gachas at all. So one big one that people are like waiting for is like the GTA one, Nothing to Everness. What's called? Yeah, Nothing to Everness. And this is playing music, isn't it? Not one. But I definitely, it seems cool. You can race in this, which is wild from what I saw, but I don't think I'm going to be playing this one. I'm not a fan of open world gachas. I'm not even like a complete fan of open world games in general. Like, I like The Witcher and stuff like that, and you know, Breath of the Wild and everything, but you know, it's like certain open worlds. Like if you think of like you know, Assassin's Creed kind of open worlds, you know, bottom of the barrel, yeah, I'm not playing those. I don't see a game say open world and instantly like I'm gonna hop in, you know. That's not me. Also, sorry whoever that was. That was gonna be the last run. October 15th is the release date of what? Nothing to Everness or for Chaos Zero Nightmare? Because I just watched their dev thing and they didn't say a release date unless they announced it literally like today. Really? It's coming out October? Holy dude, I can't wait. That's sick. They announced it in the official Discord server. Oh, see, I'm not in the official Discord server. Let me join that real quick. Let me see. Announcements, events. Next. Finish. Let me see. Crazy. Let me put that with all of my other stuff down here. There we go. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of open world gachas, so I don't know if we'll see any of that ever on the channel. I mean, maybe Seven Deadly Sins, just to try that. But it's made by Netmarble, so I know it's going to be terrible. Because I don't think the new Kaiju game is open world. I could be wrong, but I know it's turn-based and it looks really good. But we'll have to see how good it is on launch. I could be, you know, it's 50-50. But it's made by Akatsuki. So there might be hope that it's actually somewhat decent. Either way, though, chat, that's going to be it for this one. We stream for about 2 hours. We are going to be back tomorrow with a brand new video, and then the rest of this week we'll probably be releasing maybe 1 or 2 more videos. If you did enjoy the stream, by all means, please leave a like before you leave, before you dip out or anything. And also, I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Either way, it'll come back to me probably after I end the stream. Whatever. Thank you all, though. Like I said, next week, more than likely Monday or Tuesday. Maybe we'll do Wednesday, but it'll probably be Monday. We'll have to see. We'll be streaming the first initial part of our Love and Deep Space adventure. So if you guys are hyped for that, stick around. Either way, though, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you all so much for hanging out. And last but not least, you guys already know